Before you decide whether a Filipina is a gold digger, you must hear this. What you think you know about Filipinas and money might actually be wrong. Hi guys, this is Heart Secrets and Horizons of the Philippines, and for today's video, we're going to talk about a very important topic. Why many Filipinas prefer to date financially stable men, and why this preference does not automatically mean she's a gold digger. I often hear the stereotype that all Filipinas who date or marry foreigners are gold diggers. And yes, let's be honest. There are Filipinas who treat foreign men like walking ATMs or who date men for visas, money, or convenience. I will never deny that bad apples exist here in the Philippines. But these are not the Filipinas we're going to talk about today. I want to focus on the Filipinas who simply want a real partner in life. Someone responsible, someone family-oriented, someone financially stable enough to build a future. And here's a question many foreigners asked. Does wanting a financially stable partner mean she's a gold digger? My honest answer is no. Wanting stability is not greed. It's realistic. Just like how many men look for a woman who is younger, feminine, and has traditional values, Filipinas also have their preferences. And financial stability is one of them. Not luxury, not wealth, just stability. You don't need to be a millionaire, you don't need to be rich, and you definitely don't need to buy a Filipina's love. Many Filipinas aren't looking for wealth, they're looking for security. So today, let's break down the real reasons behind this preference. Here in the Philippines, we have an old saying, bahalag saging basta labing, which means that it's fine if all we have is plantain, as long as we love each other. But today's Filipinas know that this mindset doesn't match the reality of our modern economy. Building a family today means expenses, education, food, healthcare, rent, emergencies, and more. When you're both struggling, it becomes nearly impossible to provide for a family. So many Filipinos prefer a financially stable man because love cannot pay bills, love cannot send kids to school, and love cannot keep a roof over your family's head. This isn't about materialism. It's about survival, future stability, and raising children in a safe and secure environment. And no, this doesn't mean a Filipina needs a lot from you. If that were true, every Filipino would be hunting for a foreigner. But that's not the case. Many just want a partner who can realistically carry the responsibilities of building a future. Another huge reason is the pattern many Filipinos have seen over generations. Financial problems destroy relationships. Studies show that financial stress is one of the top causes of marital arguments. And in the Philippines, husbands commonly hand over their earnings to their wives, and wives are responsible for the budgeting. People think budgeting is easy until the money isn't enough. It's stressful, it's emotionally draining, and it often leads to arguments and misunderstandings. That's why many modern Filipinas are becoming smarter and becoming more practical. They want a man who can provide, plans ahead, and doesn't make them constantly worry about money, and has the mindset of a responsible partner. Financial stability brings peace, and peace brings harmony. This preference isn't about greed. It's about wanting a life with less stress and fewer arguments. Another reason is cultural and traditional. Growing up, most Filipinos saw their fathers as the head of the family, the primary provider. Yes, times have changed. Many Filipinos today are educated, working, and financially independent. But even modern Filipinas often still prefer a man who can lead and provide. Not because they want to rely completely on him, but because that's the traditional standard of what a good husband is supposed to be. If a Filipina bases her partner choice on these values, naturally she will choose someone financially stable enough to fulfill that role. Let's be honest. Many Filipinos want a man who can take care of them emotionally, mentally, and financially. And yes, sometimes this extends to her family and her extended family. So, do I think men should be abused financially? Absolutely not. But this is part of Philippine culture. Family ties here are very strong, and helping each other is very normal. However, you have full control. You can communicate your boundaries from the beginning. Tell her what's comfortable. Tell her what's not. Tell her what you can genuinely help with. What matters is communication and setting boundaries early on. Another huge reason Filipinos prefer financially stable men is because they've learned from either their own past experience or from stories around them. Many Filipinos have dated men who drink excessively, gamble, are lazy, spend on vices instead of their family. These men always have money for their hobbies or addictions, but not for school fees, food, or emergencies. So many Filipinos become practical because they don't want to repeat these painful patterns. They want a man who has discipline, has priorities, knows how to handle money, understands responsibility. Because ultimately, it's not about how much money a man has. It's about his sense of responsibility. At the end of the day, many Filipinos simply want a stable and secure future for their family. Not luxury, not wealth, not expensive things, just stability. Wanting a financially stable man does not mean she's materialistic. It means she is realistic, mature, and responsible. Just like men have their own preferences, Filipinas do too. And wanting a responsible provider is a valid and healthy preference. Now let me know in the comments below. Do you think financial stability should matter when dating or choosing a partner? By the way, do you think all of the stereotypes about Filipinas are actually accurate? If you're curious and you want to hear my honest take, you might want to check out the very first video I created on this channel. In that video, I talk about the most common stereotypes about Filipinas and what I personally think about each one. You can watch it right here. Once again, this is Heart Secrets and Horizons of the Philippines. See you in the next video. Bye, guys!